Hi everyone, so today we are going to find the inverse of both a logarithmic and exponential functions. So we're going to go ahead and start today finding inverses of logarithmic functions. Now the first step is always for inverses, you're going to switch the position of your x and your y. You're going to make sure that your logarithm is isolated. And step 3 is to write the new equation in exponential form to solve for my new y. Now to make rewriting a little bit easier, I always like to put the log on the left-hand side. So let's look at some examples together. So my first example, I do have to go ahead and switch my x and my y. So I'm going to go ahead and now have log base 2 of y. My logarithm is already isolated, so I like to put the log on the left-hand side. And when I do this, I can make my loop in order to rewrite in exponential form. So I have my base of 2 to the x is equal to y. My y I have solved and completely by itself. So now my final answer is y is equal to 2 to the x. Okay, so for my second example, I do have my function f of x. Now remember that f of x is the same thing as y, which makes my switching the x and y a little bit easier. Now my logarithm is isolated because that y minus 1 is that argument, so it's not separate. So I'm going to take that entire log base 2 of y minus 1 and put it on the left-hand side. Now I can go ahead and rewrite an exponential form. That takes away my log. I have 2 to the x is equal to y minus 1. My y, however, is not by itself, so I will need to add 1 to both sides, which does get me my final answer of 2 to the x plus 1. Now, because you do have a function, you could write f inverse of x in order to have that correct notation. Now, my last example here, I do have a natural log, so I can go ahead and see, well, I can switch my x and my y. And my logarithm is not by itself, so that 6 is not part of the argument. So I will have to subtract 6 from both sides. Now that the logarithm is by itself, I'm going to go ahead and put the log on the left. Now before I write again in exponential form, I will have to remember that my base is e. So I have e to the x minus 6 in that exponent and is equal to y. With that y completely by itself, I do have my final answer. Now we're going to go ahead and find inverses of exponential functions. Notice that the same first step is switching my x and my y. I will have to isolate that base because now I have an exponential equation starting off. So I will isolate that base and I will write a new equation in logarithmic form to solve for that y. And again, just like I did for logarithmic functions, I like to put the base on the left-hand side so it makes rewriting a little bit easier. Now, my first example here, I notice, okay, well, I can get my x and my y and I can switch them. And because my base, that 2 to the y, is isolated, I can go ahead and just put my base on the left-hand side, which makes rewriting in logarithmic form easier. So my base of 2 of x is equal to y. Now with my g of x function, just like before, I have to write my y, so I can switch the position of my x and my y. Now that the base is isolated, I have 4 to the y plus 1. I can move that to the left-hand side. This allows me to rewrite in logarithmic form, so my base is 4 of x is equal to y plus 1. Now notice that my y is not by itself, so I will have to subtract 1 from both sides to get me my final answer. Here I do put a parenthesis around the x just to make it clear that that 1 is not part of the argument. It's not part of that logarithm. It is separate. And again, you could put your notation as g inverse of x. Here's my final example. Notice that again, switch my x and y. My base is not by itself in this equation. So I have 8 to the y, and then I have that plus 1 at the end. So I will subtract that 1. And now that my base is isolated, I can move it to the left-hand side in order for me to rewrite in logarithmic form. So log base 8 of x minus 1 is equal to y. Here, notice that we do put parentheses around that x and that minus 1. It is together as that expression in the previous step, so we want to be clear that the x minus 1 is together as part of your argument. Now, here are a couple things for you to remember. Don't forget to switch the position of your x and y. And put the log or the base on the left-hand side of your equation, which will make rewriting a lot easier. Now, I hope this video was helpful and you learned how to find the inverses of both logarithmic and exponential functions. Thanks for watching and see you next time.